All right, hello and welcome everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate having everybody in here to learn a little bit more about foster care and the need for it within the community. I'm going to give people a chance to join in. Um, and if you are joining us later, not exactly on the live, but listening to it later, welcome in as well. We appreciate you watching and your willingness to learn a little bit more about foster care and the need that it presents within the community today. So I'll give people another minute to join in before we get things going. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's having a good day. Um, my day is going pretty well. A long one, but nonetheless a good day. Like I said, welcome to JMC's Intro to Foster Care. We love to have everyone, and hope everybody out there is having a blessed day, a great day. Give people another 30 seconds to join in, and we can get things going. A little fun fact about JMC, we are Black owned, and we really just strive to help the community in any way we can. And this is one of the ways that we do it. We talk about foster care, and we really push the notion that foster care is definitely needed, within everyone's community. All right, so 2 minutes has passed, so now we can get things going. Welcome to JMC's Intro to Foster Care, where you'll learn a little bit about what we do, what we stand for, and the need for foster parents, and any questions that you would like answered as well. If you're joining in, please feel free to leave a comment, and just say hello, and yeah, we can get things going. So, who are we? JMC is an organization that focuses on supporting children primarily within the foster care system. We believe that every child will experience an authentic, reliable, and supportive community. And we also believe firmly that there are no bad kids. There are just kids put into bad situations. So we strive to make fostering children become the norm within your community. We serve the foster care community in many ways, but our main goal is to find more people who are willing and able to provide a safe and stable home for kids within the foster care system. So within the foster care system, there are some pretty big problems, and those problems when speaking about foster care in our communities. So those problems are there are unbelievable amounts of children being taken from their homes and placed in the foster care system. And that means these kids are being taken out of their communities and villages, and their places of comfort and where they really feel comforted, and where they feel normalcy, if you will say. And they're being taken out of those places, and then they're being placed in other communities they're very unfamiliar with, and that can lead to a whole line of issues itself. There's a very limited, a very, very, very limited amount of safe and stable homes within these communities that are willing to take their kids, and that's another huge problem. With all this influx of kids who are being brought into the foster care system, there's a very limited amount of people who are willing to, set extra time aside to take these kids into their homes, and that's really what we need within every community. Now, moving forward, JMC, we like to believe that we are a village for children in need. That's our tagline. That's who that's what we go by, and that's what we stand for. So, you're probably wondering what that means or how we execute that. So first, we find adults who will provide a safe and stable home for these kids. We assure that the children have their mental, emotional, developmental, and physical needs met. We continuously engage with caregivers as they care for our children. And we make connections in the community to those who share our values and our passions. And last but not least, we will help you find a role within our village so you can ultimately make a positive impact on these children. Whatever that role may be, it could be, fostering a kid, it can be donations, it could be anything. Whatever your role is, we just want everybody to know that they have a role that they can play within our village. Now we'll go over some steps, the first couple steps to becoming a foster parent. It's a lot more simple than people may think. But one, you get in contact with us through our many different platforms, Facebook, Instagram, our website, phone, email, or in person. And then you'll be directed to myself to answer any quick questions you may have. Figure out how you want to approach this and get you to come out for an orientation to learn more about becoming a foster parent in the process. And then number 3, after that, you will need to fill out a background check and also a pre-application form. And then when we start the licensing process to get you to come to become a foster parent. And those are, like I said, they're very, very simple steps to get you started, get you going. We'll be with you every step of the way. You'll never have to feel or worry that that you're doing anything on your own, whatever the case may be. We'll always be there to answer questions, or even if you like to set up times to, specifically walk through the packet, we could do that as well with no problem. So we could talk about, now we can move into the Q&A section, which is basically, just give anybody time to ask questions, anything that they want to learn about the foster care system specifically, if they have any myths that need to be dispelled, or, if you heard something about the foster care system and you're concerned, or whatever the case may be, this is a great time to talk about those things. So, number 1, so do foster parents get paid? Yes, foster parents do get paid, but it's not going to be like an independent income source for you, but more just extra money for the child, if that makes sense. So you need to have a different primary source of income other than what you're getting paid, or what you're getting for being a foster parent. Kind of think of it as you're not being paid to be a foster parent. You're just getting extra money on the side to help with that child. Another frequently asked questions, and like I said before, please feel free to write in the comment section or any questions that you may have. Even if you're watching this later, you can always leave questions and we'll get back to them, probably as soon as you post them, or, when we see them. Another question, can you make requests on what type of children are placed with you? So yes, we will never push anything on you, that you can't handle, and your voice and opinion definitely matters. We will try as hard as we can to provide everything that you're looking for. But at the same time, we also have to do what's best for these kids. And, we don't want to single kids out or anything like that. So, you can make requests, depending on your family stature and, what everything looks like at home and what you're comfortable with. But, we also have to take in factor, these kids and make sure we're providing the best home for them as well. So another question, can a single parent foster? Yes, a single parent can foster. You don't have to be married or anything like that, or dating or nothing. You can definitely be single. We actually have a foster parent right now who is very, very close to being done with the process, and he is actually single, lives alone and everything like that. So you can definitely be single. Is there an age limit? So age 21 or older, you got to be 21 years of age. And that's pretty self-explanatory. What do I need to become a foster parent? All you need is to be able to provide a safe and stable home and really just have a positive attitude and a heart for these kids, you know. Can I foster if I have other children in the house? So yes, you're more than welcome to have other children with the foster child. Like I said, you just have to look at your own family dynamic and make sure that, you know, everything fits well together. And we'll definitely, you know, ask questions. We won't get too personal, but we'll definitely ask questions to make sure um, it's the right fit for the child, because that's what's most important. Um, what's the biggest issue within the foster care system? We talked about it a little bit earlier. So for anybody who missed it, the biggest problem is the unreal amount of children in need of a home, and how little amount of willing parents there are, and people who just, you know, have a heart for these kids and would like to give back to the community. That's probably the biggest issue within the foster care system. Um, how long are children in foster care? That's another good question. Children can be in foster care from the time they're born until they're 18 years of age, and even in some instances, a little bit after. Um, Another big question is, do these kids have insurance? So yes, the kids will come with their own state medical insurance, which will cover medical, dental, and pharmaceutical needs. Um, and how do I get started? You can start by getting in contact with, you know, myself or anyone else on our team through our various different platforms, you know, our website, social media, and all those different things. All right, so to wrap things up, and like I said, please feel free to ask any questions if you have questions, or as you pop in, please feel free to say hi. And yeah, so we can get back to wrapping things up. We appreciate everyone who has tuned into our live. Everybody who's tuning in now, and everyone who's going to tune in later. We really appreciate you and your concern for, you know, the kids within our community, because they are the future. So we definitely need to protect them at all costs and make sure that you know, they have the means to, you know, grow and become the successful adults that we know they can be. So yeah, we're happy that you're here, and we're very happy that you're all a little more familiar with the foster care and the problem that it presents within our community. If you have, if anything that we spoke about aligns with your values, we would love to connect with you and get you involved. You can contact us by email at fosters@jmckids.com. One more time, it's fosters@jmckids.com. Or you can contact myself personally on my work email at ddorsey@jmckids.com as well. And you can check out our website to see the various things that we do to help children within our community, which is www.jmckids.com. And you can reach out to my personal work phone at 253-229-2521. And, you know, you can reach out for any, you know, if you have any questions or information, or, you know, hopefully you're willing and ready to, you know, step in and, you know, help your community become a foster parent. We could definitely get that rolling as well. So thank you, everybody who tuned in. We really appreciate everyone who listens to our lives and shows concern for the foster care community. All right, and we thank our community so much, and we love all you guys. Thank you. Have a blessed day.